Today, I'll be talking about my experience with Mary and what she wants us to do. Hail Mary. Just the name of our Blessed Mother will send demons running in fear and bring peace to our hearts. As Catholics, we should have a close relationship with her and ask her to pray for us often. But why do we need Mary since we have Jesus? Our Blessed Mother is the most pure and humble of all created beings. She is the perfect example of what it is like to live according to God's will. She knows better than anyone else, and she wants to help us get to know Him and love Him so we can spend eternity with Him, God. Mary's message is never about her. She never seeks her own glory. All of her power and beauty comes from God. Her job is to be our mother and to always gently guide us to Jesus. Every time she has visited someone on earth, her message echoes her last words in the Bible. Do whatever He tells you. When I was in 4th grade, I was having trouble with a few friends. We weren't getting along, and it was really hurting me. My mom and I would pray about it every night. Around that time, we went to Washington, D.C. to visit some family friends. We visited the Basilica of the Immaculate Conception there. The side of this huge church are lined with beautifully decorated, colorful chapels, each for different names or apparitions of Mary. We began at the front of the church and visited each one to say a prayer. My parents noticed me getting further away from everyone in each chapel we went into, and my prayers were getting more intense. I remember feeling a kind of heaviness in my heart, like she was calling me there. Once we got to the back of the church, there was a plain bronze statue of Our Lady of Fatima. It was the most humble statue of them all. There was a pew across from it, and I sat down. When I looked up, I saw her. No, not the statue, but Mary. Actually Mary, our Blessed Mother. She was made of light, and so much more beautiful than I can describe. Her voice was like the most beautiful music. I could just feel nothing but love and peace. I had no idea what was going on around me. I didn't even notice my little brother moving around next to me. I didn't even notice the tears running down my face that my mom saw, and I didn't hear when she asked if I was okay. It was just me and Mary. She said to me that Jesus had a friend he couldn't trust also, and it hurt him very much. His friend even gave him over to soldiers that had him killed. She told me that when Jesus was on the cross, he was so sad because almost all of his friends left him. He was looking for them, but they weren't there, and that hurt him so much. So when I feel sad, I should turn to Jesus because He knows exactly how I am feeling. I didn't know what to say, but in my mind, I told her that I love her. She responded with that she loves me too. But I could feel that she meant that she loves each and every one of us. I could feel her happiness. When she was gone, my heart ached to feel that peace and love. Over the next few months, she appeared to me 6 more times. Sometimes she would say something simple like asking me to pray for other people. Sometimes it would be more detailed. On the feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe, she appeared to me telling me how much she loves Christmas. She loves thinking back to when Jesus was born and how happy she was. She said that she felt so much love for him, she didn't think her body could contain it all, and her heart was so big. So she crossed her arms over her heart when she looked at him in the manger. She also told me that when he was in the manger, there was water for the animals next to the manger. She didn't know it at the time, but looking back, he was already pointing to his body and blood we receive at Mass today. The water he would eventually turn into wine, and then the wine he would eventually turn into his blood and his body is the bread of life. She said, "This part isn't in the Bible." She also visited me on Christmas morning, a few weeks later, and she was in a dress of gold light with red and green light around the edges. She was even more beautiful than before because she was so happy that it was Christmas. A couple of months later, those visits stopped. I miss her so much. I just wanted to feel the feeling I have in her presence all the time. So I pray that I can do God's will in my life, so one day I can be with her and Jesus forever. Even though at first I felt abandoned and sad, I know that my relationship with her can continue to grow even though I don't see her. I continue to ask her for prayers often and talk to her in my heart throughout the day, especially when I am struggling or facing temptation. Sometimes I just tell her that I love her and ask her and Jesus to be with me. These experiences prove to me that our Catholic faith is real and true. I often think to myself, if I've seen the Mother of God and felt a love that I've never felt before, this has to be true. I'm thankful that I became so much more fearless about sharing my faith because I know without a doubt that it is truth. My love for Mary has brought me closer to Jesus in the Eucharist, which is what she wants the most. I didn't see her because I am more special than anyone else, and it's not that she loves me more. She loves every one of us equally, with a much greater love than you can imagine. She wants to be the mother of everyone. Each person here is called to be her child. She wants to watch over you, pray for you, love you, and help you in the most gentle ways. She will never fuss or lose her temper with you. She only has pure love for you. When you are tempted to sin, hurting, angry, sad, confused, or fearful, call out to her. She always brings so much love and the love of her Son, Jesus. When school, sports, or friends or relationships are pulling you in every direction, Mary is that gentle hand that will keep you on your path to Jesus. She is the most gentle creature and yet the most powerful. She is a heavenly force field that can protect you from evil and sin. She can love you, pray for you, and still protect you. If you don't know her well yet, spend some time and get to know her. Ask her to be your mother. Whether you feel anything or not, just know that she loves you, and just like Jesus, she will never abandon you. She is gently guiding you to Jesus and to help you live out God's will for your life. So how can we know what she wants us to do? At Medjugorje, Mary was asked during an apparition if the people should go to Mass or go to her apparition. She responded by saying, "Always choose Mass because my Son is there waiting for you. Do not abandon him." She wants us to go to Mass as often as possible. The more we receive Jesus in the Eucharist, the more we become like him. Go to confession when you have the opportunity. Read the Bible, even just a verse or two a day. Pray the Rosary. Speak boldly about your faith. Don't ever be ashamed to bring Jesus to people with love. Our Catholic faith is true. Share it with everyone you can, and ask our Blessed Mother to help you always. Do whatever he tells you.